How's it going? My name is Sherrod Seward, and I'm known around the world for my work in P-1, O-1, and EB-1A visa petitions for athletes, entertainers, and executives from all over the world. And if you don't know by now, there's been a significant increase in fees over this year for USCIS and filing the visa petitions, and also a very, very recent increase in the regular processing fees on April 1st, 2024. For us, when we first started, I believe you could get a premium processing case out the door for around like $1,200. And since then, the prices have never dropped, and they've unfortunately only gone higher, which is now starting to get to the point where it's pricing out a lot of individual athletes and entertainers that have aspirations of coming to the United States and practicing their trade. Mind you, when we're doing our visa categories, we're not doing H-1B. Ours are really dedicated to top flight professionals that they can prove, whether it be through athletics, business, or arts, that they are amongst the best in the world at what they do. So to go over where the kind of current fees are and how much they've increased, the regular processing fees at the start of the year for P-1 and O-1 visa petitions were $460. They're now up to $1,015 and $1,055 respectively, which is almost, it's over an 100% fee increase. In addition, we saw premium processing, which was already above $2,000, go all the way up to $2,805, so $2,805. So if you're looking at getting a premium processing case out the door, off rip, you're looking at almost $4,000 in filing fees, just government fees, before you even get into the attorney fees. Second, the government has added an asylum fee, which is a fee that they'll collect to go and support the fees that are the cost of, I guess, defending the border, whether it be through the ICE officers that are on the ground, and for the inclusion of more judges to more readily adjudicate asylum cases and other border related cases in an expeditious manner. So if you are self-petitioned, which would be if you're like an EB-1A, or if you're getting filed for by an organization or an individual that is either nonprofit or under 25 employees, you're now looking at a $300 asylum fee that will go along with your visa petition fees. In addition to that, you will, if you are above the 25 level when it comes to your full-time employees and you are not a nonprofit, you're now looking at $600 in asylum fees. So worst case scenario, you're looking at your regular processing fee, which is now above $1,000, your premium processing fee, which is almost $3,000, and a $600 asylum fee for getting petitions out the door. And that's before you even have your legal fees, which typically should be at least 2 times what the filing fees are, which is of course going to price a lot of people out of the market when it comes to obtaining these visas, and even be a big kind of pressure on organizations that usually rely on getting a consistent amount of visas done, but might have it against their margins in sports such as combat sports, or even individual sports such as track and field, where there's a lot of students that are looking to graduate and then take advantage of obtaining a work visa in these categories. There is litigation out there, especially right before the fees are supposed to be in place, to see if they can get an injunction on having these additional fees. As you can see, to the date of this recording, which is April 16th, there has not been a successful litigation to get a preliminary injunction on these increased in fees. The other thing that happens, and a practical thing, is when there's a big change with USCIS and fee related, there starts to be a lot of rejections of filings, which can really frustrate lawyers and our clients, because even though a case is ready to go, if we send the package there and the forms or the way the payments are issued are not exactly how USCIS likes, or if it's available, it's correct according to the information that's available to us. If they don't accept the filing, a lot of times they don't charge the credit cards associated with those filings for weeks. And then if they decide to reject it, you will not get that file back for maybe a month. So even though you've sent a case out, it has everything that it needs and you've spent your time on it, you might not find that there's a problem with it for a month. And a lot of times clients might want to send another case package, but then we've seen situations where multiple filing fees have been pulled out just because the government either took its time accepting a case and giving a receipt notice, or there's been some type of back and forth and confusion on what the new fees applied and things of that nature. So when there's change with USCIS, it's best to take your time and get the original filing in, make sure it got there before you start sending multiple files, just because there tends to be a little bit of chaos, honestly, when there's such changes that honestly seem pretty abrupt. But that's our discussion on the increase in fees on P-1s and O-1 visas. Also, the cost of EB-1As are pretty much similar. The filing fees went up $15 on regular processing. Premium processing is the same, $28.05 as the P-1 and O-1 cases. And the asylum fee does apply. So if you're doing EB-1A as a self-sponsored, then our knowledge right now is that you'll pay the $300. You still do have to pay even though you're not an employer, but as a self-petitioned EB-1A, as far as we have information, our stance is that USCIS is requiring that $300 asylum fee to be submitted with your I-140. Hope this was beneficial to you. I'm sorry that the price is going up, but that's what we're dealing with today, and we hope to guide you through it. Have a good day.